right, starting with our Brussels sprouts, I went ahead and cut those in half, and then I've got my yellow squash here that I went and quartered. This is going to be 2 zucchini, so I got about 1 pound of Brussels sprouts. I had 1 yellow squash and 2 whole zucchinis, just right on into our baking dish. Now I'm going to just drizzle this with some olive oil right on over the top. Some garlic powder. This is going to go right over the top. You guys can season this with whatever seasonings you like, but this right here, the garlic powder, is super delicious. And we're also going to use some thyme. And this is going to go right on the top. If you guys have fresh thyme, absolutely use that. If you want to use like minced garlic instead, you know, do that as well. And of course, we're going to need some salt. Beautiful. And then some black pepper. I really need to get one of those electric grinders because I kind of hate this manual one, but got to use it up. Completely optional. But I am going to add some bacon pieces right on in here. Just a little bit, not too much, but enough to give it some more like salty flavor. I'm just going to kind of give this a nice stir around just to get some of that olive oil over all of our veggies and to get that seasoning nice and mixed in there as well. And again, you guys can do this in a bowl beforehand, but this is easy enough. Like it's right here, it's in the bowl or it's in our container, so no need to dirty anything else up. All right, once you have these nice and tossed in that olive oil, we're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven at 400 for about half an hour. While those veggies are in the oven, we're going to take our walnuts right into our pan over medium heat. That's about half a cup of our walnuts. Once these have been toasted for just a few minutes, I'm going to bring in my syrup here. You can use a pure maple syrup. I don't have it, so I'm just going to go ahead in with about 2 tablespoons right on in the pan, and we're going to saute those together to create this gorgeous, delicious candy kind of maple walnut. It's going to be so good, and it's going to be the perfect addition to our dish. We're also going to sprinkle in just a little bit of cinnamon as well. Beautiful. Go ahead and give that a nice toss around. Make sure all that cinnamon gets everywhere and all of those walnuts get nice and coated with that maple syrup. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and turn our heat off because we don't want it to burn. All right, our veggies just came out of the oven. You can kind of hear them sizzling still. Oof, and they are smelling great. We're just gonna give it a nice mix up just to make sure we got everything incorporated and spread out. Yeah, that's great. All right, and for our finishing touches, we're gonna go ahead and add those maple walnuts just right on top. If they stick together, you can put a little bit of sugar on them to kind of try and separate them a little bit as well. And lastly is going to be my goat cheese. This is completely optional, but it adds such a nice creaminess that like is just unmatched. So I definitely recommend trying it with the goat cheese. Okay. And that's all there is to it. Let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm going to go Brussels sprout, goat cheese, and a little bit of walnut. There we go. Cheers.